Say hi, guys.
Hi guys.
Welcome back. We're back. Well, I'm back. Which one?
What's this one?
Your face is dirty.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you sit down right here. Okay. Oh, good.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Okay, hi guys. I'm gonna take my glasses off because there's just a glare. But today we're gonna be doing a 17 and pregnant video for you guys. I'm gonna start off by answering some questions. Okay, so the first question is, how did you come up with your daughter's names? Okay, so Chad, you cannot be putting that on your neck. Okay, mommy's trying to take a video, so just be calm, okay?
Do it.
Yeah. Okay. So Chance chose the baby's names, both of them. Whenever we were looking for baby names a little while before our ultrasound for Kimber, at the time we were like watching Clint Eastwood movies like crazy because he grew up watching him and obviously I didn't. So he was showing me, you know, his movies, and then I became obsessed with him and I was like, yeah. So he's like, I'm gonna look him up and see if he has any kids. And we obviously didn't know she was a girl. So we had looked at the boy names. We didn't really like them, and then he said one of them is named Kimber, and there's a pistol name or called Kimber. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And he was like, if it's a girl, let's name her Kimber. And I said, okay. A week after, we found out she was a girl, and we named her Kimber Neela Grasmick. And yeah, I see. And Neela is from, yes, Kimber, I'm trying to talk. And Neela comes from my grandma's name. Her name is Petronila, and I took Neela and named her Neela from it. And I've always said that I was gonna name my baby after my grandma's name, because it was just so unique. Petronila, you never hear that. I've never heard it, just her. And of course I changed it up a little bit. Kimber, you need to sit still, please. That's how we got Kimber's name. And then for Catherine, we can't sit here and wait for a gender reveal or anything really. So we were like, we're not gonna do one. We're just gonna find out the gender and surprise our family. So we found out Catherine was a girl. We came home and we were looking through the ultrasound pictures and showing his mom, and of course he went looking for a name, and he was like, Clint Eastwood's other daughter's name is Catherine, and it's spelled Catherine. Do you like that, how it's spelled? And I said, no, let's change it. So I obviously changed it to Catherine, Katherine, Catherine with the K, and we kept the K. And I don't know if we'll keep the K for future babies, but for the girls we decided to. The next question is, I know you love your girls so much, but do you have you time? It's rare that I do have me time. I guess you can consider myself, or my me time, going to the grocery store or sitting on the couch watching my favorite show. Sometimes I write, so I like to write about my days or my thoughts, because I have bad days sometimes, and I've recently had some bad days just mentally where I just like kind of close myself off from everything, and I don't like it, but I work through it, and that's really me. And then I catch up on social media too while they're sleeping or whatever, or if Chance has them while I clean. That's like my me time to me. How old was Kimber when you got pregnant with Catherine? Were you planning to have another baby? So whenever we found out I was pregnant, she was 11 months, but I'm pretty sure I was pregnant at 10. So I got pregnant around 10 months, and we found out at 11 months. We weren't planning to have another baby. Like I said a while back, we had decided to not have another baby and just wait out till Kimber was a little older. But we didn't even know Catherine already existed. We just were like, we're not gonna have any more, and then boom, I got pregnant, or found out I was pregnant. Is that what I sound like? Oh my gosh. Were you scared about what people at school would think, or what your parents and Chance's parents would say? I never really thought what people would say to me. Like, I was like, I don't know, I never really thought about that, but I was scared of people like bumping into me, or you know, like me and Chance were like scared of someone feeding me something at school to like make me sick. We were just very paranoid parents at the time or whatever. Yes, we were scared, or I was scared to tell his parents, and even more scared to tell my parents. For his parents, because you know, I was just his girlfriend, and he was 19 and I was only 17. So it was like, oh, you know, like he had different plans. You know, he was going to college at the time. I obviously had different plans in mind too. And for my parents, I was very scared because they had already went through it with my sister, one of my older sisters. I mean, they got through it, and you know, we're all okay now. But I was so scared because I was like, I'm just gonna disappoint them, you know. And I was sad. I was sad for myself. I was sad for them. That's about it. 5, was it planned? No, it was not planned, but we were aware of what we were doing, and obviously not taking care of ourselves. So, you know, it was like, oh, a baby, like, what do you expect? Not to get pregnant after all that time. So yeah. Okay, and now to get started with my story, or our story. So me and Chance had been dating for about, I want to say 8 months, 7 or 8 months, when we found out I was pregnant. I got pregnant sometime around September, mid-September, end September, somewhere around there. But we didn't find out I was pregnant until I was almost 7 weeks, so like end of October. My first signs were, for a whole week I remember eating, wanting to eat apples and strawberries, green apples and strawberries for lunch. So Chance would pick me up and I was like, all I want is a green apple and some strawberries and water. Cold water. I clearly remember that's all I wanted to eat. And you know, at the time I was like, oh, it's just, you know, a craving that I want. Like nothing ever hit me, oh, you might be pregnant. Never. The reason that I really actually like realized, oh, you might be pregnant, was because one night after dinner, I was done with my dinner. I sat down on the couch and I remember just feeling like the urge to throw up out of nowhere. I was just like, huh, it's gonna come out and what am I gonna do? But I knew if I threw up, my mom would get suspicious and start telling me like, oh, are you pregnant? You're gonna take a pregnancy test right now. We're gonna go to the doctor. So I was like, oh my God, I can't, you know, I can't just throw up and make her get all crazy on me. So I tried to calm myself down. I did. And then I texted Chance, and you know, like all the whole, oh, I feel yucky and my period hasn't came yet. So then he was like, okay, tomorrow after your game, we'll go buy a test and you can take it. And I was like researching, so I was like, okay, but I have to wait till the next morning to take it, because that's when your estrogen levels are the highest. Is it estrogen? If it's not, I'll put the right word right here. But that's when they're the strongest. And I was like, I'm gonna wait till the next morning. And he said, okay. So that came around. We bought a test. The next morning I woke up. First thing I did was I took it. And as I wasn't even done taking it, and it was positive already. I was like I remember smiling, but then I was like, wait, why am I smiling? Like, am I supposed to be happy? Am I supposed to like cry or be sad? Like, I didn't know how to react, but I remember feeling happy. Like finally like knowing, okay, you're pregnant, that's why you're feeling all this crazy and thinking all these crazy things. So then Chance was like, do you want to go get breakfast? And I was like, yeah, my mom has to go to work, so we'll just meet you there. And we went to breakfast, and that whole time I knew I was pregnant and I didn't tell neither of them. I just told Chance I hadn't taken it, that I was just gonna take it with him at his house. And so sorry, mommy, but I knew I was pregnant and I didn't tell you. But yeah, we had breakfast, then we came back here because this was Chance's house before it was our house. And he was like, have you took it? And I was like, no, I'm gonna go take it right now. But then I was like, just kidding, I took it and I'm pregnant. And then he was like, oh babe, you're pregnant? And he just hugged me, and you know, we were like having our little moment. But then it was like, oh, we need to tell our parents, we need to tell everyone that we're pregnant. So we told our older sisters, because my sister was pregnant at the time. I don't know how many months along she was, But that's the first person I told. I was like, I'm pregnant and I don't know how to tell mom. What do I do? And she was like, well, you need to tell her. That's the first thing you need to tell her before anyone else, because she's gonna figure it out if you don't tell her. So I was like, okay. So Chance told his sister, and then his sister, I'm pretty sure, told his parents for us. And then his mom came over, and I remember crying right away when I seen her. I was like, oh my god, she's gonna tell me something, you know, like, oh, like, this is all your fault. But no, she was very happy, scared, of course. His dad was a little shocked because I don't think I really heard much of him, which is fine. I mean, who wouldn't be mad? But soon after, a little while after, he got, you know, used to it, and he actually cared a lot about me because I wouldn't eat very good. But yeah, that's whatever, that's another story. And I'm lost. Then his mom was asking us, have you told your parents? Are you gonna tell your parents? Or how are you gonna do it? How are you gonna tell them? And I told her, well, we're gonna have to wait until my mom's off work. And it was like around 4 that she got off work or something like that. And while we were waiting for my mom to get off work, we just hung out, and I think we told some friends and just told them not to tell anyone until, you know, I made sure that I told my parents. So we texted our friends that we were pregnant, and, you know, most of our friends knew. Close friends knew. And then the time came around to tell my parents, and my mom was cooking that day, and I remember everyone was there. I'm pretty sure, like, my uncle was there, one of my dad's friends was there, my 2 sisters were there, because my oldest one, of course, she didn't live here, the one that was pregnant. And I remember peeking through the door, and I was like, Mom, can you come outside? Me and Chance want to tell you something. Or I don't know if it was tell you something or talk to you. And I remember seeing my sister on the couch studying because she had just started her nursing program. And I just kind of looked at her like, you know, like, oh my god, does she know? Does she know I'm pregnant? But I was like, okay, well, everyone's gonna know because I'm telling my parents right now when everyone's here. So she came out a little bit after I had told her to come out, and Christy said, they have something to tell you. And my mom, of course, I didn't tell her. Like, I just stood there like, what do I say? How do I say this? Blah, blah, blah. In my head, I was just saying all these crazy things. And Chance was nervous, of course. And she just said, what? 9 months away. And when she said that, I just started crying. I was like, oh my god, she knows I'm pregnant. And Chance hugged me, and then she hugged me and was like, everything's gonna be okay. You know, we'll get through it. And we did. And we just started talking about how far along I thought I was and everything like that, and what we were gonna do, what were our plans, you know, good things. So then I went in and told my family, which is just, I mean, they obviously knew, like, I was crying, and Chance was there, his mom was there, like, what else could it be? So yeah, and I remember I was like so embarrassed to be eating because they invited us to eat, and I was like so embarrassed to be eating there, you know. And what calmed me down was my dad was like, everything's gonna be okay, and he said it in English. And for my dad, that's big because he doesn't speak much English, okay? And for him to say that, in order for me to understand, which he could have said it in Spanish, but in order for Chance to understand how he felt, was like big, like, okay, you know. So that calmed me down. We ate, and then my dad was all telling his friend that I was pregnant and stuff, you know. He was happy, but I'm sure shocked at the same time, because I'm sure they knew it would be okay. They had already been through it once, which, you know, it shouldn't be like a normal thing to anyone, but to them it was like, you know, we're gonna get through it again and we'll be okay. And we were. I was pregnant. I started going back to school. I went to school, and everyone knew, and people would be like asking me like, what's it like to be pregnant? And at the time I was just like, I throw up every morning. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, it's just, you know, kind of gross, like the throwing up, and, you know, just feeling nauseous all the time. It wasn't very, like, I don't know, beautiful yet to me. Like, I was just like, I don't know how to explain that to you guys. And I kid you not, everyone would ask me, and like at least one person in every class would ask me that. probably like every day. I was just getting a little tired of it, but whatever, I got through it. Then Chance proposed to me like a week or two after we found out I was pregnant. I said yes, and our wedding planning started. We got married in a month, like right away, because we wanted to all be classmates when the time came for her to be born. And so yeah, that was crazy. We planned it out. We got married. I have a tiny little baby bump, and I'll try to put a picture somewhere in here if I can figure that out, of what it looked like when I was pregnant. I was like a couple weeks long, guys, so at the time I was barely showing, but you could tell like there was something there. So we got married, and then around the time that we got married, it was like Thanksgiving, and then I went back to school for like beginning of December. Then Christmas break started, and then a new semester started. So I went back to school thinking I was gonna go back to school and stuff, pregnant and all this crazy stuff. I went back and I started getting all my classes ready, but I had failed the class. Dummy, I suck at math, and I'm not even trying to be cute or whatever. I'm just really bad at math, and I always have been. No matter how hard I try, it's just bad, all the time bad, and I hate it. I really do. But I failed a math class. Had to pay that off. So because of that class, I couldn't take another class or whatever. So I had to take some classes at the high school, and they put me in some crazy classes I didn't need, that I was not even into, like weights. They tried to put me in weights, and I was like, I can't be in weights because I'm pregnant. And you know, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm pregnant. I had already quit cheer, you know, like if I quit cheer, then what makes you think I could do weights? And oh my gosh, guys, telling my cheer squad that I was pregnant was so sad to me, because that was like my life. Cheering was my life. But yeah, I just felt like that all over again, and I was like, no. Like, I was like, I'm pregnant, and she was like, well, just go tell him that you're pregnant and see what you can do in that class. So I was like, I don't get it. Does she not get it? Like, I was confused. So I went and told him that I was pregnant and I didn't know what I could and couldn't do. So he said, ask your OB and come back to me and let me know what you can do, and we'll figure it out. And I was like, okay. I was like mad at that point. I was like, no, I don't need this class. I don't need freaking, I'm pretty sure they wanted me to take guitar, and I was like, no, I don't need guitar. Like, what's guitar gonna do for me? What's weights gonna do for me while I'm pregnant? Like, I was like, no. You got it all wrong, honey boo boos. No. So then, I texted Chance, and I told him everything. I was like, weights, like all this crazy stuff, and he said, just go ahead and graduate early. I graduated early, and it's gonna be okay. So I remember thinking, I can't graduate early, because if I graduate early, I can't do the 5th year program. And I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's like pretty much a year of college that this high school pays, I'm pretty sure. Something like that, guys. I forgot all about it, but it's something like that. I was like, I can't, and he was like, it's okay, you can go back to school whenever the baby's born, or like, you can go online whenever the baby's older, you can go back. So I was like, okay, it's gonna be okay. His mom picked me up, and shout out to her, because she took me over to the main office, and like the school office, district office or whatever, and I was just telling, we told them that I was wanting to graduate. I had all my credits and everything that I needed done, so I went ahead and graduated. I was so excited to tell my family. I told my mom. She was, kind of shocked, like the same thing. What about the 5th year program and stuff? Some family members were very happy about it, but it's understandable. But yeah, that's another story. I don't like talking about it, but maybe in the future I will. So yeah, I graduated early. So my diploma says December of 2016, but I walked with my class of 2017 and like very pregnant. I was very, very, very pregnant for graduation. So that happened. Then after that, I stayed home. I was a stay-at-home mom since before I was really even showing. My belly was like, you know, out there. So I stayed at home, cleaned the house, made it hours, you know. And my pregnancy was just really relaxing thanks to that. Like, I was just at home. I would occasionally go see my family. I would not go to like class things because I was paranoid, like I said. And they would invite me, like, hey, we're gonna do this, you know, you should come, or you know, you should be in Million Memories and stuff like that. All this fun stuff that I should have been doing, you know, but oh well. And I'm glad that they did invite me to that because, you know, I didn't feel too left out. Like, they still remembered me. But yeah, sorry guys for not going to those things. Like, I was just so paranoid about getting hit, or I always thought I would go into early labor or something crazy like that. But yeah, then that happened, you know, like all that stuff, you know, senior prank and everything like that. We went to prom. And like I said, I'll try to insert pictures if I can, but if I can't, I'll share them later or whatever. But I went to prom and I was about, I want to say April, May, so I was like 7 months for prom, and I had a belly.
Mom,
I went to prom. We didn't last very long. We went to the, you know, when you walk with your,
Sister, what?
yeah, they walk. When you walk in with your partner, we went to the venue or whatever, and for like an hour, and I was so tired. My feet were swollen. I was just so tired. Chance was tired too. You know, he had been working like every day, and he was like, "Where'd you go? Stay a while." And I said, "Yeah, but I don't think I'll last long." And I didn't. I wanted to go home. We came home, and that was that. We didn't even go to freaking after prom or whatever it's called. Guys, see, I already forgot all these things, but we didn't even go to that. Then we had our baby shower. You know, our gender reveal was before prom. Sorry, I forgot to say that. But yeah, we found out she was a girl. And we named her Kimber. She was our little Kimber baby. And we were so excited to see who she looked like. Like, we wanted to know so bad who she looked like. In the pictures, like in her ultrasound pictures, she looked so much like her daddy. So much. And she still does. But some days she looks like me. And some days she looks like family members. Some days she's just so mixed that she's just Kimber. Sorry if she's kind of loud in the background. She's kind of playing. I'm in her room, so. Yeah. So then, yeah, we had her baby shower. We got her all her baby stuff ready. Her nursery was ready. We painted it and everything. We were so ready for her. I was so ready for her, and so was Chance. Then June came around, and her due date was June 8th, and she was born June 9th. June 8th. She was almost born June 10th though. That baby didn't want to be born. But June 8th. It was June 8th, and I was 40 weeks pregnant. I was like, I just want this baby. I remember coming in here and sitting, her rocking chair was over there by the window. And I was just sitting there rocking, and I was like, I need her out. Like, this baby needs out today. Like, she needs out. I'm making her come out. And I told Chance, I remember I took a shower, hot shower. This is crazy. I know I'm crazy in the head. But I took a hot shower, and I was like, I hope this kind of works, you know, like make things go and stuff like that, get things going. And then I told Chance, after I get out of the shower, we're gonna go walk. And we're gonna walk a long ways. I wanna walk a long ways and back, just walking. No pickup, nothing. We're gonna walk the whole time. And he said, okay. So we got ready to go walk. We walked from our house down to the park, all around, like the whole park. Then we went through a little trail like behind the park that takes you back out to Walmart and in front of the trailer parks. So we went down back that way through the trailer park and back home right here. Oh no. all back home. And I was so tired, but that whole time I enjoyed that whole time. That was pretty much our last moments together of just me and him. And we were having fun, talking, laughing, eating sunflower seeds, drinking water. Yeah. So then we got back home. I took another shower, hot shower. I'm pretty sure I took a bath, hot bath, and then I showered in hot water because like I said, I wanted her out. Okay, shh, mommy talking. Then I got out, and it was like around 9 by the time I was showered and in bed. Yes, Kimber, stop. I was showered and in bed. So I lay down, we fell asleep, and I woke up around like 11:30, 11:45, around there. I don't remember, but I know it was like 11 something. And I just had to pee. Like, I peed all the time, so it was like nothing new to me. I was like, I have to pee. And I peed, and I looked down, and there was blood, and I was like, oh. And I wasn't like extremely like, oh my god, you're bleeding out. But it was like a little bit of blood, and I was like, oh my god, I'm in labor. Am I having this baby? And before all this happened, I was telling myself, you're gonna wait till you're like ready to push, or like can't even take the pain anymore to go in to the hospital. Well, little paranoid me, crazy me, was like, oh my god, I'm having a baby right now, and I need to wake up Chance, and we're going to the hospital because I'm gonna have this baby right now. That was my head. That was my head. I couldn't change it. I don't know what was going on with me. I think I was just scared, and I was just so ready to have her. So I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get there and I'm gonna push her out. No, guys, like I had a little bit of pain, and they almost didn't admit me. They almost didn't, but they did. Yeah. So then I woke up, I got dressed, and I told Chance, let's go. I think I'm gonna have the baby. My back hurts. You know, I was getting like tiny contractions, but they hurt. Like I was like, okay, these aren't Braxton Hicks. These are like, you know, like pre-labor, or like whatever it's called. Pre-labor? Yeah, pre-labor. Early labor. It wasn't early labor. So then I was like, let's go. I remember I texted my mom, and I think he called his mom and was like, we're going to the hospital. And yeah, and then we went to the hospital, like, you know, like those like we're like driving there fast kind of things, like scenes. It was like that because we were just so scared, and we were so ready. Like it was our first time, so we didn't really know, and I wasn't really prepared. Like I was, but I wasn't because I got scared. But that's another story. So if you guys want to hear my birth story, my very crazy birth story with Miss Kimber, that I didn't expect it to come out like that, but or be that way, but it did. So if you guys would like to hear that, let me know, because I will tell you guys. I love telling my labor story, especially to like new moms. Like I just want to like let them know, like anything could happen. You could go in thinking one thing and it's gonna be completely different, or it will be exactly how you think it's gonna go. And labor is beautiful. What we get out of it is little babies that we get to take care of forever, even when they're adults, because my mom still takes care of me, and I'm 20 years old. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is my second take on this video because my first video was so bad. I kept jumbling up my words, which I still did in this video, I'm sure, and I'm sorry. I hope you guys could understand most of what I was saying. But yeah, like I said, I was having a couple bad days, so I'm sorry I haven't posted in a while. And before I exit or get out of this video, I want to say that I'm not saying go get pregnant, go be 17 and pregnant. No, don't go get pregnant. Don't be a teen parent. But if you happen to become a teen parent, just know it's going to be okay. And choose your path, whatever it is. And, you know, live it. Okay, guys, my ring light got hot. But embrace it. Embrace the life you make, because that's what's going to make you happiest one day. Even if you have your ups and downs, it's going to make you happy. I hope this is good enough for you guys to understand a little bit of my story. If you guys would like to hear Catherine's pregnancy story, I'd be happy to do that. It's not much, but it's obviously a new view of life from you guys, you know, from seeing how our life went, how we planned it out. Not planned it out, but how we went on with finding out she was coming and everything like that. I do have a new video coming to you guys. I already have it planned out and everything for you guys. So I'll probably just record that when I'm ready and get a good time to record. I try to record when Catherine's asleep because that baby screams the whole time and she'll be wanting me to hold her, and it's kind of hard to do that. So yeah, I hope this lighting doesn't look too bad, but that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching, and yeah, be yourself, love each other, respect each other, and love the time you have with your loved ones. I hope that doesn't get old, because I love telling people that, you know, you just need to respect and love always. Even if you're a hateful person, I know it's hard. I know I have my hateful days where I'm just crazy and I'm mad at everything, but I still manage to love and respect. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and hit the little bell button to get notified every time I post a new what? Say a new video. Say peace. Say peace.
Peace.